Well, what a Monday. Put my air conditioner's out again. Uh-oh. May have to spend $8,000 to $10,000 for a new AC. Probably going to need some super chats. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to every one of you. We've got a lot of you here for July 13th, 2026. A marvelous Monday to all of you. I hope your day is going swimmingly. That's what I need to do is go swimming. That'll cool me down. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Many news stories out there. Some really interesting stuff happened over the weekend and some very tragic things as well. World leaders are passing away. We had Iran decide to do dumb things, so they got bombed. There's a lot of weird stuff happening in the world. There's no doubt about it. Quick shout out and thank you to Ruby Hoove, gifting a Culture Casino membership. Thank you, Ruby Hoove. We appreciate you. So does whoever got that membership. The lovely Juliet is here from across the pond. It is so great to see you, dear. Hope things are going well. We've got, marvelous stuff happening right now. I get to hang out with you guys for a little while. So that's pretty exciting for me. Oh, Moana didn't do very well in the box office, so just FYI. Yeah, not very well at all. Yeah, not very well at all. Look, 43 million. That's like Supergirl levels of bad. One of the worst starts in Disney live action history. It's right on par with Snow White, believe it or not. That is not a good club to be in, I don't think. And we've got other stories as well. But we've got all of you, and I just want to say hi to as many of you as I can, making sure we send out all our promotions so people are seeing the stream as we are broadcasting this stream right now in multiple locations. Hopefully everybody finds their way here. Okay, let's get back to it. We got, let's see. Oh, Walter Tomaszewski. Check your DMs. Placed a vid about sabotaging scam. Oh, I will definitely check that out. We got our friend Snortopoops Cuber out there as well. Our favorite polar bear. The lovely Jill is here doing double duty until we get Ms. Pig Cafe back. Keely Chow. Hello, hello. Loki Raid indeed. Got Cat Slave out there, being slaves to cats. And yesterday was Ruby Hoove's birthday, now 60. I'm officially old. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ruby Hoove. Happy birthday to you. And I hope it was a great day. Penny. How you doing? We got Crimlon. It's been a minute. Hope everything is going well, Crimlon. You are the best. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. Jan Monroe is out there. Good to see you, Jan. And, of course, the lovely Georgia Peach. Happy Monday, everybody. That's right. Got to start off with positive vibes. Seriously. Should always plan on that. Barry the Music Man, morning to you. Dealing with another disaster. Tree about to fall on my home. Oh, no. They are charging $2,000 to take it down. Between the hospital and air unit, I'll be in a poorhouse soon. I'm already on my way. Again, I think I'm going to have to replace the whole AC system in this property. Yikes. Culture, did you see the moaning poster? I did not. I'll have to go take a look at it. Crazy White Boy is out there. Crazy White Boy. And, of course, the incredible Tony Piacente, otherwise known as Culture's Sugar Daddy, gives 10 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, Tony Piacente. Lord Thoth is in the house, one of the longtime mods around here. And Texas 84. Where did my weekend go? I don't know. Where did mine go? I'm just about to put all 3 panels of the roofing on the greenhouse this morning. So even if it is cool inside, if the air somehow gets fixed and there's cool air, I'm still going to be cooking outside. So there's that. Who else is out there? Let's see. JPRPH1. Davina Duckworth is here. We've got Brandon Day. How you doing? And a few others. Let's see. Scrolling. Everybody wish happy birthday to Ruby Hoove. Libby's here. Corporeal Being is here. Critizable, The Rainbow Knight is here as well. Wow, look at these gifties. Lots of good stuff. Randall Orser, one of our favorite Canadians, and the beautiful Deeple is here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you're morning, if you're watching things, checking out 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it. And in fact, it's going to get warmer and warmer in this room. This is where all the heat, electronics, and lighting is. Should be fun. Anyway, Lindsey Graham passed away over the weekend. This is very somber news. A very brief and sudden illness was an aortic heart attack. I guess he had a separation of the artery. This does happen. And it gets you all at once, not in a good way. He was up on TV just the day before. He was traveling back from the Ukraine and other places. Friend of the president, but supposedly was going to help get the SAVE Act passed. Lots of things going on in the background. Not sure about that. Box office for Moana floundered at $43 million, as I mentioned during the pre-show. One of the weakest live-action openings ever, and that counts Snow White, which basically earned the same amount of money in its opening weekend, which doesn't bode well for this film, especially going into the Odyssey next weekend, and then, a week or two after that, you got Spider-Man. Yeah. This is going to be a weird timing situation for Disney. We've got, every outlet reporting this is quite the negative. Why did you shoot the 2016 film as a live-action film? I don't know, because sometimes those cash grabs work out. What I do know is this. Dwayne Johnson tried to revive The Odd Couple. By the way, Deadline's been doing this all morning. On Broadway with Kevin Hart. And they wouldn't let him do it. I wonder why. Probably the race swapping thing. Tech investors, or the family of Vinod Khosla, is acquiring the NFL Seattle Seahawks for $9.6 billion. Well, wow. Patti LuPone's gay cruise ship was blocked again from entering Egypt. Well, yeah. I think there's a reason for that. They were also turned away by Turkey, and there's a reason for that. That's not something that they allow in their country. So, I mean, yeah. And then you've got Jaden Adams passed away, South American soccer pro, played in 2026 FIFA World Cup just weeks ago, passed away at the age of 25. Why is this continuing to happen to young people? Christopher Nolan says the Odyssey backlash over casting and more is irrelevant. No, it's not. You need people to accept what you're doing so they show up to see what you're doing. And if you're going to keep attacking fans and going after them, you're not going to have anybody watching you. He said he's learned not to worry because he spent 10 years dealing with Batman. Batman was well received. People were a little concerned with Heath Ledger playing the Joker in the second one, but that quickly went away after people saw the trailer. And I have a feeling that that this is going to backfire. Yeah, especially since the actors and actresses are, not doing this film any favors. Christopher Nolan is definitely saying, there was a reason to change to modern dialogue as well. That I don't know if that's true. Why are we saying daddy and not father? Why are we doing all these things? Doesn't make any sense. By the way, the DOJ subpoenaed the journalists after report on Trump's new Air Force One story broke. National security and all that. It's going to be a real big problem for the Times. Michael crosses $1 billion. It's the first biopic to surpass the coveted box office milestone. And also kind of one of the few films that crosses $1 billion this year. I don't know how many films are going to do this. It's starting to look slim. Although Toy Story 5 may hang out. We'll see. Ariana Grande exits American Horror Story, season 13, amid the Eternal Sunshine tour. Wow, you would think she would want to play another witch. I guess not. Volkswagen CEO is looking to avoid plant closures as automaker moves to cut costs. Well, they've made a lot of bad decisions, and the CEO at Volkswagen used to be the CEO over at BMW, I think. He's the one that negotiated the Rolls-Royce split and ended up working at this company, if I'm not mistaken. But there have been a lot of bad decisions made by Volkswagen. They can't sell cars. Not in a long time. Apple files a lawsuit against Chat GPT maker OpenAI for stealing trade secrets. It's a phone. What? Huh. Anyway, South Africa seeks tariff exemption as U.S. probes forced labor tied to imports. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to get much of a reduction or exemption. I think we don't like those kinds of practices. Meta is appealing the landmark jury verdict that found it to blame for social media addiction for young users, which they do algorithmically. I don't know how they're going to be successful in this, but they're going to try. See how that works out. Finally, we've got the U.S. demanding that the Iran publicly state that the Strait of Hormuz is open and Tehran won't attack ships anymore. How did that end? Well, it ended in us attacking them overnight and oil prices rising this morning following the fighting in the Middle East. By the way, the other Middle Eastern countries are actually attacking Iran. It's not just us. Nobody likes them very much right now. Oh, by the way, a video of a black bear entering a JBER shopping mall has him stealing some food. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to have to show you that in bonus time. Sorry, guys. Let's flip over to that now. You don't want you to miss this bear story. This bear just walked in. Automatic doors let him in. He strolled in. Let's see if we can do it again. Try it again. There we go. Just walked in, started rolling around. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Just rolled in. He found himself picking out some fruit. Anyway, this guy's just talking about how the bear entered and stole the food. I thought it was fun. That was a fun story. I always like the bear stories. I always like to show you something fun every day. The bear stories are usually fun. So, but, yeah, just helped himself to some fruit. Anyway. Oh, man. Supergirl is a disaster for DC. Moana is a disaster for Disney. Disney has been synonymous with the word disaster on too many occasions. If I were in charge of that company, I'd be having conversations with folks to try to limit that in the future. We'll see how that works out, though. Let's see what you guys have to say. Hey, Jordy's in the house. Or Jordan, excuse me. Jordan Lo-Fi. Ooh, that's a cool name. We got Putin out there, world leaders. Well, yeah, several of them. One of the sheiks passed away, age 74. There were many world leaders the head of the IRGC was eliminated in an airstrike last night. I'd call those world leaders. R.I.P. Jurassic Park guy? I don't know what that's referring to, but okay. Hey, Rob Altus is in the house. Good to see you, friend. Many others. I said hi to Corporeal Being earlier, but we'll do it again. Let's see. Shadow Seeker joining us today. Good to see you. All right. Bone is here. Good to see you, Bone. And we got, again, a reminder that it is Ruby Hoove's belated birthday because it was yesterday. So send her some cake if you haven't already. Let's see who else is out there. We got a few other folks like Channel Surf is out there. And Carl Singh, what's going on, Carl? Carl's been commenting a lot on the videos. Texas says 60 is the new 40. Good, because I'm running towards 60. I'm sprinting there. I have less than 5 years to go. Derek Justice is here, receiving a gift membership from our friend Tony Piacente. Look at all these great folks. My goodness. God Sees Everything joins us today. Prayers for our troops and, Prayers for our families as well. Dude Bro Seth out there. The Hobo Gandalf emoji over on the green machine. Look at all these great people. Canoles out there. Afternoon all. Hello, hello. Hello, Clarice. What else is happening? Let's see. Razorburn, our favorite Rivet Head, is joining us, so on and so forth. Now, today we've got 2 shows that I'm going to be on, or at least one. I'll be over on Midnight's Edge in the morning to talk a little bit more in-depth box office, but you can follow up on the Moana and the weekend's box office on the video I dropped this morning, just a few hours ago. You can check that out before you get over to Midnight's Edge or before you check out that park place. TPP. So, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you need to make more swamp ACs. Yep, I actually have one in this room, but the fan is pretty loud, so can't do that and talk on the microphone. It doesn't work well. Kid Cat's here with a Kid Cat. It's probably going to melt in my house. R.I.P. Sam Neill. Oh, that's the Jurassic Park guy. That's sad news. My goodness, I didn't see that. Yeah, an aortic tear for Senator Lindsey Graham. So, perfectly fine one day, gone the next. That's just the way we have to look at things. Like, we got to be ready for that. We have to be ready for that. Trying to see if there's any other news. Man, that's going to be a bummer. How they're not going to be able to do any more old school Jurassic Park movies, so that's going to be a problem. That's a huge bummer time. Wow. Let's see. Do we have any other stories out there we can get to? Oh, Jay-Z took over Yankee Stadium over the weekend for some kind of a birthday or anniversary show. He had Beyonce, Rihanna, Usher, and Tiana Taylor, and many other artists there performing. So that was Sunday night, and he told the audience they were going to be there till 5 a.m. So, and that remark was made around around 1 a.m. So there you go. Lots of delays for the last concert of the series on Sunday night. I didn't know Jay-Z was a thing, honestly. Same thing that Ritter had. Oh, man. What a loss at such a young age. Jan Monroe says it was a very long illness. It's just a hidden one. Yeah. When they pushed the camera down my throat to look inside, on the backside of my heart and everything to get a better image there, I imagine they probably looked at all the arteries as well from that side. Again, there's not a lot of good ways to see it. The Red Man says, looking forward to not seeing a movie this weekend. It'd be cool if we get an Odyssey movie someday, though. That would be cool. A lot of people are not going to be seeing it. I'm not sure for how much longer they're gonna keep doing these bad decisions. I think they're gonna learn a lesson at some point. Spider-Man is coming. That's really going to hurt the Odyssey. So just keep that in mind. I am 12 minutes behind. Guys, if I missed your name or I missed saying hi to you, it wasn't on purpose. It's because I'm trying to play catch-up. And just waiting for the AC guy to get here. Juliet sends £2 This is proper money. R.I.P. Sam Neill at the age of 78. Yeah, he was still doing pretty good acting-wise. Saw him. Wasn't he in, like, a couple films ago? Wasn't he in Jurassic Park or whatever it was called. Ron is right and says Moana is dead too. Yep, Moana is toast. Toasty. Hard to believe that we are losing good properties so very quickly. Pretty wild. This just in from the Red Man says there is a new full trailer for Tom Cruise in Digger. Looks interesting. Well, I saw a Digger trailer in the theaters just a couple weeks ago, and I will say it was intriguing. We'll have to see what it actually is. So, yeah. Oh, I don't have any trouble with Jay-Z, by the way. Yeah, some people love Jay-Z. There you go. I don't have any trouble with him. I just taking over Yankee Stadium for 3 nights. That's a lot. James Dosher's out there probably writing while we're talking. Our good friend, the First Dragon Queen, says, showcasing my new friend today. Hugs for all. That means you got to go check out her channel when she goes live. Jordan says, I watched Moana with my nieces and I fell asleep. Well, I understand. What's funny is beat for beat, it's the same film as the animated movie. Some of the dialogue's a little quirky, didn't quite work. Some of the bits don't work. I've actually talked about the Maui peeing thing being a real problem for a grown man and a teenage girl. I think that's kind of not super, but let's see. AC guy, hey, I know a person. LOL. Hey, I have my redneck coolers going. Or at least one of them. The other one's going to get turned on as soon as I'm done with the show. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting day for me. Let's just say. Redisaurus says, I'm still hoping my theater has Godzilla. Mine is 0. It's the only movie I care about this year. It looks great. The little tiny trailer we got, I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this again. I really like the story, and I really do hope they don't translate it. Crazy White Boy says, should I go see Spider-Man to help make Odyssey a magnificent flop? It's up to you. I never tell people how to spend their money, and I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you like something that I don't like, that's okay. It's totally fine. We don't have to agree on everything in this world. Probably better if we don't. I just think it's amazing that the Michael film crossed the $1 billion so easily. Did take it a while, but still. Yeah, Sam did have quite a repertoire, indeed. I only hope Michael kicks Mario to 3rd place. It might. It might. It's available on digital, and people are still going to see it in theaters. So that should tell you an awful lot. Tells me an awful lot. If a movie's good, people will go and see it. And nothing wrong with that. I don't know that I'll make it over to that Park Place because I think I'll be dealing with the AC situation, but I'll be watching. My next stop is Midnight's Edge in the morning over on Midnight's Edge channel, coming up here in about 50 minutes or so. Heat wave in August is coming. Yeah, there you go. I have tickets to Spider-Man, hoping for the best, bracing for the worst. That I completely understand, Troy. Believe me, I know from where you come. Canoles reminds everybody I did make a not quite swamp cooler AC. Yeah. So there's that. Jordan says, I've not been excited about any movie this summer. I think a lot of people are in that position, Jordan. I really do. Dr. Jill says, I don't know if I want to review it. I already know it's going to stink. Well, I'm not going to quite say exactly how colorfully you said that there, but. Jan Marissa, my sound system at home isn't nearly as good as the theater, so I would see Michael in a theater because the sound is what the movie is about. I agree. That's a good reason to see it in the theater. There you go. Drink lots of icy drinks. I will, but I have to go outside and do the roof on the greenhouse anyway. I have to make a video for all of you from that. So yeah, that's a done deal. Has to be done. Charging up the phone right now. Darth Haster's out there. What's up? Good to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Finally broke that writer's block last night, so hoping for the best. Well, hey, writer's right. You got to write all the time. Hail, everybody, says Mags London. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your day is wonderful, too. I think I saw Spartan in the chat. There we go. The Three Stooges, translated by Emily Wilson. In her view, past male translators sanitized the brutality of the ancient texts. Elliot Page as Mo, Melissa McCarthy as Curly, and Amanda Stenberg as Larry. Oh, my goodness. Let's not do that. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Anyway. Oh, man, the Michael Mann, the fact that they're doing a Heat 2 and a few other things. Yeah, Michael Mann did make some great stuff. So, look at all these guys. A lot of you are writing away. That's awesome. I could be wrong, but next year's movie, Godzilla and Kong, Supernova, will be Sam Neill's final movie. I did not know that. Seemed to be in everything, especially in my youthful age. Mark Lurseth, good to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's look at some box office. I owe you a little box office talk. Mine's going to get cut short, I'm afraid. All right, let's go back to the bonus window. Okay. Make this the size of a phone screen. Doesn't really want to play. All right, let's start out here from the numbers. Moana at 43 million. We had just talked about this during the show. 3,875 theaters with a meager 43 million. That's not a good start. Disney's got some big problems. Right now, they're swimming in a sea of red ink, and I don't know that Spider-Man's not going to add if anything, very much to their coffers, because they do get a pull from Sony. But what else does Disney have? They have Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 crossed 800,000. They spent $250 million making Moana. And supposedly, that's how much they spent on the Odyssey. I think they probably spent more on the Odyssey, but I could be wrong. Minions and Monsters, $20.5 million in a follow-up weekend. They've got 108 million so far. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Minions and Monsters is going to out-earn Moana. Toy Story 5 is already sitting at 403 million domestically and over 800 million globally. So, yeah, I think it's going to get to $1 billion. 18.5 million. Evil Dead Burn, that's another horror movie, walking into theaters for its opening weekend at 13.7 million. So, yeah, Young Washington sticks around at 6.9 million. The Invite made the majority of its box office this last weekend because its total and 3 weekends of release. Now, this was extremely limited. This was extremely limited numbers of locations. I think it was like 3 up until this weekend and expanded to 1,600 theaters. That's why we all of a sudden have $5 million for this Olivia Wilde film. Obsession still in theaters and digital, still earning $3.8 million. Supergirl found its way into 8th place. This is not a good sign. 2,584 theaters. It lost a ton of theaters. Only $66 million. Yikes. Disappointment Day, otherwise known as Disclosure Day, $3.2 million. Sitting at $111.3 million domestically. This movie is still in the hole. And then Backrooms, rounding out the top 10. We have 1, 2, 3 horror films in the top 10. I don't know that that's ever happened as regularly as this has happened this year. I don't know if that's ever been done. It's crazy. Bye, Ruby Hoove. Thank you so much. Have a marvelous Monday. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow will be the last regularly scheduled 6-minute daily this week. Everything else may not be exactly at the same broadcast time. Why do I say that? Because I will be on the road, maybe, unless this AC prevents me from travel, which would bum me out because I'm supposed to be at Southeast Game Exchange at the end of the week. So, yeah. Redman's going to see Dune 3 and Godzilla -0. Yeah, I'll definitely be seeing Dune 3 and Godzilla. Hopefully it goes well. Obsession finally besting Supergirl. Well, it's amazing to me. I'm going to tell you right now, Inde Navarrete, the lady that is the lead in that, I think she's going to do really well in Hollywood. She's already got a couple of job offers. So, good for her. She plays her career right. She'll be around for a while. She's got a little bit of conventional attractiveness and the ability to play quite a range of emotions. You can tell she's a real actress. Wild Man of Yavin is out there. Good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. And let's see. Disney needs to fire all its woke heads. They do. Truly. Our good friend Randall Orser went off to do a webinar. Have fun with that. Let's see, what else do we have out there? We dropped Abysmal Plus. You mean Disney minus? Yeah. I think Paramount's about to get better digital service. I really do. I think the combination of Warner Brothers catalog and Paramount's catalog can give us a lot better digital services. Kind of looking forward to that. The amazing Tender Warrior gives 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that, Tender Warrior. That's very generous. In fact, we've had a lot of generosity today, which makes it so I have to play a thank you. Thank you for the Cheddar, Tony Piacente, Ruby Hoove, and Tender Warrior. Thank you.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys. Yeah.
All right, and I just noticed we had the return of Tobak on the Green Machine. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. It's been too long. Very much too long. Yeah. Canol says, how much money should be taken off for critics having to go see these movies? Would you have seen Supergirl if you didn't have to review it? Nope. Oh, and I need to explain some things, and I think I did a decent job towards the end of the video today. If you guys watch today's video, and you should, explaining the IMAX fee. So the Odyssey, we're going to be talking about how much the Odyssey earned, but it's primarily selling out only in IMAX theaters. I think even Marv was talking about this morning, and so it sold out pre-sales a year ahead of time. Yay! I don't really care, but 70 millimeter IMAX theaters, of which there are 70 to 80 in the world. That's all. They, of course, have lots of PLF IMAX formats, digital IMAX, and all of that, but they're not going to be the actual big 70 millimeter prints and the ability to play them. So if your name is IMAX, IMAX takes a cut of gross receipts from every single film. That includes the Odyssey. So when the receipts come in, somewhere between 12.5% and 25% of gross receipts from the IMAX showings go straight to IMAX, not to the exhibitor that owns the IMAX theater, which they pay extra money for, but just a fee of gross receipts. Then you have the box office that's divided up traditionally as it is now. The studio, because it's a Nolan film, for the first weekend negotiated a higher take. I think it's as much as 60%. It could be as high as 65%, but I think it's in that 60% range rather than a normal 50-ish% range. So that higher fee translates not just to IMAX screenings, but also to regular film auditoriums, regular exhibitors. That's for the first weekend. Then the split calms down, right? So what I'm looking at is a really weird way of calculating if the studio makes money or not. So I'm going to be spending about 2 weeks trying to make sure we have accurate information and numbers when it comes to that. So I hope we do. And I will deliver them to you. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man's here. No breaky yet. And hello, Davina. All right. Waiting for my air conditioner to work. Davina Duckworth says, going to see Sam Neill in Dead Calm 2 with Nicole Kidman and Billy Zane. Wow. Did not know that. All right. Let's see. Trying to answer all you guys. Been very generous today. Thank you for that. Hopefully that helps to offset like whatever it is to replace the AC. Somewhere usually between 8 and 10 grand, because it's going to have to be both the both units, so both pieces of the unit, I should say, the condenser and the blower. Let's see who else is out there. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Good question. Trying to catch up with you guys. Future Boy says the idea of Nolan doing the Odyssey was super hype. Then we saw the casting. That's so true. It is. I was really hoping. Yeah. Yeah, Hitchcock's one of those creators that if you watch one of his movie 100 times, it's still got the same impact on you. Indeed. And again, I mean, if you approach, if you really do go into film and you go to film school and you look at, you know, and when you get into some of the classes, you really have to appreciate film history, because watching from the silent era. This is the only way. Introduction to film. You should start with the silent era and work your way through. It's the only way to do it. Redman says it's not just the casting for me. It looks dull from the trailer. It does feel washed out, kind of like Moana. It's like washed out. It's like nobody took the time to do any color grading. And look, I mean, maybe Zendaya does a good job as Athena, but she doesn't look like a goddess, and she should. She should be otherworldly. There should be an ethereal appearance to her. Very strange. Troy Gustafson. I'm trying to choose between an optional colonoscopy. I can't speak today. Or seeing the Odyssey. Well, one of those is going to hurt less. Are there any serious celebrities in their 20s? I don't think so. Well, let me ask you a question. Is Millie Bobby Brown a serious celebrity? People consider her a celebrity? Huh. Mark Lerson says, I should probably go on a detox because I was having too much fun mocking Supergirl last few weeks. Oh, it's been rough. Can you imagine you're DC and you're on your second or third reboot at this point, and I guess it's your third, and you get James Gunn in there and Peter Safran, and maybe you should expect one good movie out of the pair of them, but were you really expecting much more? Your big pitch was Creature Commandos, the second season of Peacemaker, a potential What's Her Name series. Now you're going to get the Jimmy Olsen series. That's exactly what you're looking for, right out of DC. No. Spartan, Kathleen Kennedy. Nolan, put a chick in it and make it lame. And interesting relationships. Star Wars Nikki in the house says to Troy, "Go with the colonoscopy. At least you know you're going to be, you're catching things early if needed. So there's health benefits there." Canole says the old school money's getting fed up with these films, not making money because of the DEI woke movies. Well, don't know if you can. Spaceship Vampire, great to see you, friend. Says Millie Bobby Brown has to be one of the worst names a woman could ever have. Well, it's not her fault. Blame her parents. And Millie Brown would have just been good enough. Why did they put a middle name in there? It's very strange. Maybe to differentiate or maybe to draw attention to. I don't know. Very obviously weird. Wait. Yeah, it's short for Miliana Bobalina Brown. Really? I like Millie Bobby Brown mostly, says the Red Man. She's pretty funny. Her Mariah impression on Fallon clip always makes me laugh. She is very funny. I think growing up on screen tends to screw you up. But she doesn't seem quite as screwed up as I thought she would turn out to be. She became a mature woman a lot faster than I thought she would. So yeah. Knoll says Odyssey is their last gasp to prove woke movies can make money. Yeah, it's true. I think I've made this point a couple of times. So there's that. I'm getting notifications left and right. It's going to be an interesting day today. Oh, and I need to make breakfast. Goodness. Luke's in the house. Good to see you, Luke. Hope you're doing well. And so is Leaf Erickson. Hello, Leaf. Let's see. We got a lot of people here. Theliato says, sounds like a fake-ass name. Well, that's her name. Mark Lurseth says, is Millie Bobby Brown her birth name, or did she choose it as a stage name? I really honestly don't know if what Spaceship Vampire was saying. Oh, no. Spaceship Vampire is just trolling. Yeah, I don't know. Just Millie Brown would have been fine, but adding the Bobby in there, maybe it was an attempt to conflate with Bobby Brown. I don't know. It's just weird. And the fact that she was text messaging with adults when she was in her young teens that were in the business, music business, wild stuff. Some of those stories were a little odd. Walter Tomaszewski says, what kind of time, trouble, and effort will it take to knit together Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery? I think, well, okay, so when you knit together organizations, you have to decide what the presiding culture will be. If you make a conscious effort not to pollute the two different cultures, you run them as two entirely separate entities. We already know that's not going to happen. So I imagine with most of the merger of equals or any of those things that I've ever been involved with at a corporate level, which I've now been through 3 of them in my life, I would say that usually it's about a 2-year window. It takes about 2 years to shake out the organization. It's usually when you get your last round of layoffs. You're going to automatically be taking the hatchet to a lot of people early. And that'll come from both sides. I mean, you've already had a time to evaluate some of the talent going in and getting to know people and trying to present some kind of organizational structure. So it's going to take about 2 years. Money, as they get rid of the redundancies, the money will start to solve itself. You're going into this. This is the thing, though. Paramount Skydance is going into this merger with Warner Brothers Discovery in a way that has about of the $111 billion that this deal is made up of, about $72 billion is a corporate debt. That's a big serviceable number. So, like I said, the gain deficiencies are going to be where they're going to benefit the most. They're probably going to do a lot more streamlining than people realize on both sides of the organizations. So, like I said, usually about 2 years, and then the dominant culture there is going to be Skydance because that's Ellison's group, and that's just kind of what'll come out of there. It won't change the production side of Warner Brothers, though, because their film and television production, especially their television production, is one of the most dominant in the world. Warner Brothers made a lot of shows that you attribute to other places, like Universal. There are a lot of shows that Universal put together that actually were Warner Brothers shows. Warner Brothers ran it, controlled the productions, everything. So a lot of stuff is reverted back. There's definitely going to be, I think somebody in Davina Duckworth said massive layoffs. Yeah, I think you're going to see layoffs on both sides, though. I think it won't just be from the Warner Brothers Discovery side, and I think that the guy who said he won't work under somebody else. The guy that's the current editor in chief over at CNN already knows the writing's on the wall for his gig anyway. So Barry Weiss is going to come in and do something. We'll see what happens. Hey, Ernie. Yeah, I'm just going to say that Lapita is a fine actress. And the voice work she did in one of that animation last year was very good. I don't think the objections have anything to do with her acting ability. And I don't know anybody that hates her, so I don't know. Moon Knight, hey, what's going on? I think Millie Alcock is the worst name. Well, if you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, yes, the emphasis on the wrong syllable, yeah, that could be troublesome. I think the Odyssey will have a second week drop. The question is it going to be as much as, let's say, Supergirl, which had two consecutive over 50% drops? How do you do that? You didn't make enough money the first time. The first weekend you open and you have a massive 77% drop. And then in your third weekend, you repeat and have a 59% drop from the previous weekend. 17 days in release, and you only have $66 million domestic. In fact, the global's not saving it because nobody's watching it globally. The global earnings for Supergirl are $49 million. This is a repeat of what happened with the Superman movie. International didn't show up for the first Superman film. It was North American box office driven. So when you look at, something like 115 worldwide, this film's going to be in the whole 150 million. Because, right now, what do you get? The studio sitting on $70 million of recovery. That's not even what they spent in promotion for the film. It's crazy. I don't feel bad for James Gunn or for Peter Safran because they got paid, and I don't feel badly for the people who worked on the film, and I don't feel badly for Miley Alcock or anybody else because they all got paid to do a job. They did the job. Maybe they were directed to do the job poorly. Maybe that's on Craig Gillespie. I don't know. This didn't look like it didn't feel like anything other than a James Gunn thing. So including the fact that he made the studio cut that made it to theaters. He also picked the needle drops in the film, which is supposedly his claim to fame. This is the needle drop moments that we've been getting since the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay. Very weird. Didn't work out so well this time, though. So. Bonnie is her middle name on her birth records. Thank you, Mark. You guys are more interested in that than I could even imagine. But somebody asked me a star in their 20s, and I just kind of pointed at her. Tom Holland says that this is probably his last Spider-Man film, and that the Odyssey was his last opportunity to play a boy. He looks young still. Future Boy says, hating an actor in bad casting is not the same thing. Yeah, that's true. Phone just blew up. Whew. Be a busy day. Moon Knight says, Greetings. Also, I think I like Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah. At least she's not into drugs, like sadly many of the childhood actors. Yeah, like I said, at every step she seemed to have sidestepped a lot of the problems. When you grow up on screen, problems show up. Ask those kids that were on Tim the Toolman show, right? Home Improvement. They were trying to bring the show back. Tim was on board, but those two boys are screwed up. Man. Donovan Bradford in the house. Good to see you. Moon Knight was like, yeah, texting with Drake. Yep. Yep. Very weird. Making fun of names? Whining about skin color, lowest IQ room right here. Well, thanks, Ernie. Appreciate it. Not sure anybody was doing either of those things, but okay. I mean, stunt casting is stunt casting. However you play it. I don't know what just happened. Very weird. I don't know what happened with the chat. Chat's gone now. Crazy. Let's not do that again. Honestly, they should have just done a Lobo movie. I think that would be better. Look, the guy was born to play Lobo. Sorry, he just was. Momoa is like perfect for that role. So, there you go. Very strange. Yeah, Tim Allen is famously conservative, and he was canceled from Hollywood. He's managed to stay working for Disney, as does James Woods, by the way. Still working for Disney. That Hades money still coming in. Yeah. Tim the Tool Man. I hope Al is okay. Didn't we lose the guy that was across the fence, though? He passed away, right? What was his name? Wilson? Yeah. Ron is right. Says Tom Holland will do another 2 more Spider-Man movies. He's just angling for a pay rise. Well, not a bad strategy. The movie does rip off True Grit. That's how the writer of the movie approached Supergirl. Oh, yeah. It looks like that. I think after Dune, we're not going to get the plank of wood very much longer. I think they're now that they're married and it's all out in public. I think Tom and her are going to have kids. They've talked about that publicly before, so I think that'll happen. That'll be good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Earl Hindman, who played Wilson on Home Improvement, passed away in 2003. Yeah. Sad. $2003. I'm so old. Texas 84, so am I. But you know what? You got your Texas shirt and you got propane, so you're good. Yeah. They begged Tim Allen to come back after Light Beer was a bomb. Yeah. True story. True story. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up so I have a chance to make some breakfast. And And then I'll be over on Midnight's Edge in the morning, but your redirect is to that Park Place. So if you'd like to see me over at Midnight's Edge in the morning, I will be there shortly, about 20 minutes from now, and hope to see you. We're definitely going to be talking box office and projections for Odyssey and other fun things. So, I'm going to, as soon as I'm done over on Midnight's Edge in the morning, I'm going to be hopefully meeting with the AC guy and hopefully have cool air in my house again. That would be nice. On that note, everybody, thanks for being here. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, see ya. And check out Sherry's Slam and Clam.
Are you tired of the same old buffet food at Wang's? Have you had enough dong to last you a lifetime? Well, take just a few more steps past those single-minded restaurants and dive into Sherry's Slam and Clam. Sherry's Slam and Clam Shellfish Bar is truly all you can eat, unlike the 2 shrimp limit that stingy bastard Wang has. In a hurry, let Sherry stuff your box. To go! Be shellfish and take all you want from Sherry's Slam and Clam. Located next to the 3rd Street Bolorama, Sherry's is open 6 days a week. If you are looking to slam clam, get to Sherry's today.